with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New York Giants. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12.
Okay, ready? Hey, smash Bronco!
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Go, Reed, go!
Operating from the gun, Chamberlain. And the Raiders have got him. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Okay, ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. First carry for Josh Jacobs. Down to about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he lost the football, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward, only for about a couple there. You look at this Raiders defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being #1, looking for a big game today.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That was a nicely run slant route. And what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A first down carry for Barkley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Oh, how about this on first and goal? And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Jalen Hyatt, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you'd think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Pulled in at the 24. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Check smash, check smash. Let go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Chamberlain. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, Chamberlain. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Right.
18 on the play. And the Raiders first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Walton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Down.
First down, Raiders.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Pass incomplete.
Offense was moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
6, 7.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walton. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Back to throw again. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They'll look to throw again. Throw caught by Mayer. And he is going to have a Raiders first down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1.
Trouble, 38. Huge, yellow. Black Ultra. Set.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Now, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play to expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hand.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, It may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. Streets.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Streets.
He's got it to the 43 here. The Giants at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Go check. Go check. Ready.
Back to throw. Chamberlain. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw on 3rd down. Chamberlain.
Hyatt there to grab it. He's going to have the first down and more than that.
Touchdown, Giants!
Jalen Hyatt. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Giants 21, Raiders nothing. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Ready, set.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
At the Giants' 19-yard line.
Ready, ready. Blaster, 6. Set, cut.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more. Reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw. Chamberlain. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Finding more on the out route for the completion. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete here.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
2nd and 6. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this will not be returnable. It's It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Pass to Bellinger on the crossing route.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Panther Street! Panther Street!
On first down, Streets. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the run.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out in this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game.
Being chased out left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Here we go. Check. Check. Hurt. Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Streets. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Check match. Liking 18. Reno.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
it into the end zone for a giant TD.
Jalen Hyatt,
His third touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season.
and the Giants take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Raiders 10. Eddie Piñeiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second and 4. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Deonte Banks with it.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Raiders 10. Eddie Piñeiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw. Going for the deep ball. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have picked up right where they left off in half number one, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Hey, smash Bronco!
They'll try the left side. Streets. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame.
A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defense.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Brandon Smith picks it off.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Wide open receiver, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. They're going to look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever is trusted confident.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Chamberlain.
And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
Panther Street! Panther Street! 79 Broncos! Let's go!
On 1st and 10, Chamberlain. Touchdown!
Jalen Hyatt.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Giants get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL, and I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Taking it about the 1.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Raiders. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
24.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. Oh, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
up a little bit.
just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed.
57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Go! Hurt! Right there!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
2nd down and 3.
Check smash! Check smash!
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ready!
Up the middle they go. Streets.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready!
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded just inside the 20. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Okay, ready?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they look to finish strong in this fourth quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Let's go now. Ready, ready?
Running left, it's Barkley. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And Saquon going to have a Giants first down as he'll get this down to the 41.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you got everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Chamberlain. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And now here is another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and find another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Hey, check that, street.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Jacorian Bennett has it.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession 4th quarter lead.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again, Chamberlain. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mustang 19. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
Back to throw. Chamberlain. And that will be incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to...
And, my goodness, another interception.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Let go.
On 1st down, Chamberlain. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football.
Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Chamberlain.
That's caught. It's Waller. Touchdown, Giants.
A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Yellow. Set, go.
They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Walton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Black Ultra. Set, cut.
He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Walton. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And the Raiders first down.
Claude Ray. Set.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now a throw here, hauled in. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Back to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Drill, yellow. Drill, green.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Walton. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
White. Steel, black. Set.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late 4th quarter, but we'll see how they're... And now here's another interception. Off to the races. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Here we go. Ready?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Green jack. Ready?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He finds his man, complete. It's Walton. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Red, cycle. Edo blue. Steal, check steal. 52 blaster. Smash, red. Hut, hut.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Here we go.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side taken in by Streets. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold,